Thank you, Dr. Taylor, for all you do to help your patients during their fight. Now, please help me welcome one of our very own heroes of hope, cancer survivor, Carrie Zeller.
Hi. I am so honored to speak to all of you today and to be a part of Relay again this year. It's awesome. I am part of All Saints Team ICU. All of our team members and myself here in Racine are ICU nurses. I am 29. My husband is Nate, and he is a teacher at Park High School, which I'm super excited that all the high schools are here tonight. Yay! So on election day, November 6, 2012, I was diagnosed with stage 3 large cell neuroendocrine carcinoma of the cervix. It's called neuroendocrine because the tumors have features of both the endocrine and the nervous systems. And our ribbon is zebra print, so that's why I'm wearing the zebra superhero. The only real symptom that I had was some abnormal bleeding, but I also had that gut feeling that something was really wrong. So I went and got it checked out. My diagnosis came as a complete shock to me. Not only had I always had clear pap smears and normal exams, never had HPV, I don't smoke, those are all well-known causes of cervical cancer, but I had just had a clear pap smear 7 months prior. Of course, I had never heard of neuroendocrine cancer before, and neither had my gynecologist, actually. Come to find out, it's pretty darn rare. Large cell occurs in less than 1% of all cervical cancer cases. It's pretty darn aggressive, too. The latest studies have shown that the 5-year survival rate for this cancer is only 9 to 10%. These tumors can occur anywhere in the body. Most of the time they are fatal because they don't give people any symptoms until the later stages. So I'm just really thankful that mine decided to plop itself somewhere that I had symptoms. When I was diagnosed, being the nurse that I am, I started researching my cancer to know everything there was to know about it, which I'm sure most people do after a bomb like that is dropped in your lap. But I unfortunately understood all the medical jargon that I was coming across. Many panic attacks later, I came to the conclusion that numbers were just numbers, and I was not a statistic. I was going to prove that the 80% death rate in the first year was just a bunch of crap. Excuse me. I decided not to give in to the negativity of cancer and not to feed it with defeat. I embraced it as well as I knew how because that is what I could control. Cancer takes all your control away. It took away my fertility, it took away my hair, it took away my first year of marriage. It basically changed my whole plan for my life. But the way I let it affect me was the one thing that I could control. 13 days after being diagnosed, I had my first chemo treatment, and I was in treatment until August 28th, 2013. Along with the 9 months of chemo, I had a full month of daily full pelvis external beam radiation, followed by 4 treatments of MR-guided internal brachytherapy radiation up at Frater. I am blessed to have Dr. Michael Mullane as my oncologist. Heck yeah. Anyone that has had the pleasure of being one of his patients knows what I'm talking about, am I right? Yeah, buddy. Dr. Mullane is my superhero. He, along with the guidance and help from God, saved my life. On August 1st, 2013, I heard the 4 little words that I was never supposed to hear. No evidence of disease. just love him. I've been out of treatment for 9 months now, and in my opinion, recovery is just as hard as fighting the cancer. Nobody really talks about that or acknowledges that, but it's a continual mind game. Not only are you trying to deal with your new body, your new life, your new limitations and after effects of treatment, you try so hard to fit back in and not think about when and if that stupid cancer's coming back. You try to forget what you just went through, but who are we kidding? You're never gonna forget. I personally don't really want to forget. My fight made me a better nurse, a better person. It reminded me how to live and how to love. Sorry, I'm really nervous. When you get the all clear, you feel like you can conquer the world. Dr. Mullane said to me, "Now you don't have to go out and save the world, Carrie. Just get back to your life." And he was so right, because even in my mind I felt that I could go out and conquer the world. I was quickly reminded by my new post-treatment body that I was tired, man. So back to life I went, but I will never be the same, and I am definitely okay with that. People have, thank you. People have told me that I am an inspiration to them, which I still don't really get, but I wanted to talk about what inspired me. A lot of things actually inspired me. My love for my husband inspired me. I had just given my wedding vows 4 months prior to getting diagnosed, and I wasn't gonna let those go to waste, honey. My brother, who dropped everything, flew across the country and moved in with us for months on end while I was in treatment. My parents from Texas, who were there for my first and last treatments and a few in between. My in-laws that treated me and loved me as if I was part of the family, even though I had really just joined their family. My best friend Erica in New York City, who called me literally every single day to see how I was and let me vent her ear off. My friend Megan, who often called me to talk about everything but cancer, which was actually really refreshing. And my cancer sister Megan Mikowski, who has been fighting neuroendocrine cancer for over a decade, since she was 17. Yay! I love you, Meg. Her attitude and her spirit has lifted me up many times. She is the true meaning of a survivor right there. My online support group of ladies across the world who have had or had the same cancer that I did, they answered my cry for help messages in the middle of the night while I was wide awake from those stupid steroids. My amazing coworkers that threw together fundraisers and benefits that helped us financially, it was incredible. My Wheaton family really is the best. Our ICU took a big hit on November 6, 2012. Not only was that the day that I got diagnosed, but it was also the day that a fellow ICU nurse of ours was diagnosed with breast cancer, Julie Livesey, front and center. Can you believe that? We got diagnosed the exact same day. We fought together, we motivated each other, and together we are both cancer-free. We really are Team ICU. But one other thing motivated me. It was collectively the generosity and sincerity of others. People I didn't know were willing to help me, say a kind word or two, or pray for me. And that touched my heart deeply. I could feel it in my heart and my bones every single day. And this sounds cheesy, but it all really renewed my faith in people, which is very apparent today with how many people are here tonight celebrating all of you beautiful survivors. So last year at Relay, I was still in treatment and really getting sick of all of it. Treatment was trying to knock me on my butt. But organizing Team ICU and being here at Relay as a survivor rejuvenated me and was the motivation I needed to get through the fight. Last year, I didn't know if I was going to be alive or able to participate in Relay this year. But here I am, talking to all of you. So in in closing, of course, I have to mention the importance of pap smears and pelvic exams. If I would have ignored my body and waited until my next scheduled pap smear, I would be dead right now. You can get cervical cancer with or without having HPV, precancerous cells, or any other risk factors. So please, lady, advocate for yourselves and listen to your bodies. Thank you all again for being here and letting me speak, and thanks for listening. Happy relaying!
Thank you, Carrie, for sharing your journey with us.